Good evening, everybody. Frankie Day here. Okay, guys, I got a special video for you all out there. The topic of this video is going to be the steamer SS Portland, and this is going to be an introduction of a spring build this year. I'm going to start this spring, and like I said yesterday on the video number 18, the build will be done by this Tuesday. I'm starting on the rigging on the Mammoth, and like I said, I got 2 Spencer masts on the Isabella. It's all done. It'll take that much and get the sails on. And this Tuesday it'll be done. And after this is done and the final reveal for Tuesday, I'm gonna go ahead and jump on the North Sea Love, the dedication build for Mr. Dave Mather, and that's gonna be a fun build. And my plans are, since I've built this kit before, and I know how to build it pretty well now, and familiarized myself with the building kit, and it's all coming right back to me again, like it did over 37 years ago when I first got it, before it got destroyed. And so I'm going to take that build all the way up this Tuesday, up to springtime, probably around November. It's going to be a fall build, not a spring build, fall build. I want to get my seasons all mixed up, just like the weather is nowadays. It's all mixed up, you can't tell. In Ohio, you get 4 seasons in 1 week out here. Uncanny. This is going to be a fall build. I'm going to build the North Sea Love all the way up to Tuesday of next week, all the way up to around November. It's going to be finished. Then I'm going to hop on this. Okay, guys. Today, I went across the street. I went my driveway and retrieved my trash can. A trash guy came and picked up the trash and disposed of it. And while I was retrieving the trash can in my driveway, I saw a big old huge colossal box up against my door. So what the hell is that? I got thinking, oh my God, that's that Portland steamer I sent away for, and it's here that quick. And I didn't even see the guy came up. Guy didn't knock or nothing like that. I could be out of the house going to the store somewhere, you know, and somebody could walk to the porch and could have stole that thing. And so I walked up to it, and Bluejacket. I got the invoice over here and everything they gave me. It was on the box. I said, oh my God, that's a colossal box. It's probably gonna be a colossal kit too. So anyway, guys, here's the box right here. You can see where it says it's upside down, and I was expecting a smaller box, at least half the girth of this box, but they gave you a big one. This is a big box. I said, my God, this thing's gonna be a big kit, and it is a big kit. So we're gonna review this kit real quick, guys, before I get started on it. And this is gonna be a very time-consuming build on this thing, because I never built the Portland steamer before. And I've been wanting to get that ship because there's a lot of history behind this thing. And I remember I did a book report on it one time. And of course back then the technology didn't prevail back then with the details of the wreck, or the discovery of the wreck, because it could not found. They knew it sunk, but they had no indication of where it's at, no bearing point, no dead reckoning point, no nothing. They didn't have the technology of side scan scanners and these underwater robot systems go down below, ARVs, what do you call them? And they didn't have all that stuff back in them days. So they considered her lost, just like the Titanic. So technology prevails, and using technology, they found her. Anyway, getting back to the Portland steamer. Okay, guys, the Portland steamer was built by a New England company in Bath, Maine. It's for the Portland Packet Steamship Company. And back in those days, she was built back in 1886. And her demise was around after Thanksgiving, actually Thanksgiving Day of 1889, of the gay 90s. And she's 280 feet long, from stem to stern. She's a double side wheeler steamer, and she was built for ocean coastal steamship ocean passage. And most river boats and steamboats with paddles were not designed for ocean operations because of the low freeboard and the sponson and the effectiveness of the rudder. And like I say, guys, you know, you take something like that out of the ocean, of course, the ocean is very, very tricky. 1 minute it can be nice and be like a milk pond. The next thing, hell can break out loose and you'd be fighting waves 20, 30, 40, 50 feet high or smaller. Storm at sea. Those steamships couldn't handle that because they were not designed for ocean operation. So that's what happened to the Portland steamer. She was overwhelmed. And that was known as the Portland Gale. A lot of you out there probably heard about that and know a lot about it. And I know pretty much of it because I did a book report on this vessel here. And I've been wanting for a long time to get a hold of this. I tried to find model plans for this thing, and none available. And so I looked up an old Bluejacket catalog, and they made one. So, oh my God. And by the time I had the yearn and the interest of buying it, it was discontinued. They didn't bring it out to probably around the early 1980s. And so the kit's been pretty much in progress of being produced over and over again. Now they got the kit redone over again by using the art of laser cutting pieces, what they use nowadays, and a lot of photo etch. So anyway, guys, this is a big kit, and I was very, very pleased when I got this thing. I'm very happy. And with the Portland steamer is that Captain Hollis Blanchard was a middle-aged sea captain with experience of the sea, and they had a low passage run, which was an overnight run all the way from Massachusetts to Portland, Maine, just off the coast. 4 or 5 miles off. That's what these ships were designed for, just right off the coast. They weren't designed to be at mid-ocean or in deep water. That's what happened to the Portland, because she foundered out there because Captain Hollis Blanchard didn't use proper seamanship. He ran right across into the biting edge of a nor'easter, which is known as the Portland Gale. Now, like I said in the earlier video, these steamships were not designed for ocean operation because they could be swamped by waves and sunk. And that's what happened to the Portland. So she went down. She was discovered back in 1988 or 1990, somewhere around there, by a private outfit. And I think it was by Nova. Yeah, the Nova team went out there, and they used a side scan device, and they found her. She was more north than what people assumed where she was at. So like Clyde Cluster says, the sea hunters, X never marks the spot when you're looking for a ship. And she sunk in very, very deep water, 465 feet deep, over 120 meters. And at very deep water, too deep for scuba diving. Probably a rebreather would probably go down there and dive that deep. Most of her, before she sunk, most of her top side deck furniture, like saloon houses and everything like that, was blown off because it was a 103-mile-an-hour gale, and she was made out of wood. And so the force of Mother Nature opposed the man-made wood. It blew off all the superstructures off the ship. And with all the water swamping over on top of her, it killed her. It flooded into the upper works of her walking beam, which powers them twin paddles. The water somehow got inside the engineering and seized out the boiler. That same thing happened to the SS Central America, and she foundered and went down. But in the case with the Portland, she didn't actually founder that much because of a boiler being out. As she was trying to, because she couldn't turn, because we got a following sea coming towards you. You don't never want to see a beam of you like that, because the ship was rocking like this, and they had those big sponsons on there, and those sponsons, but they were used to protect the side paddles from being damaged when they come to port. They dock up, and the seas were overwhelming, and what happened was a wave came over and swamped her, took her, and she nosed down, and she went down to her doom. And her tomb is 465 feet of ocean. Okay, guys, right now here's the instructions of it. This is what she's going to look like when she's done. This is a beautiful brochure prepared by the people who work for Bluejacket Shipcrafters, who redesigned this kit from the old kit, because the old kit didn't have, just like I did just like in my USS Ward, my Bluejacket kit. All they do is give you a hull, pre-carved, and they give you a lot of plywood, a lot of pieces of wood here, and you got to chase all that stuff off the plans. But with the art of, thank Christ for progress of the art of laser cutting. It really made their life easy. So this thing is actually prefab. And they give you oodles and oodles of doggone brass. You're not gonna believe the brass they give you. So this book right here, inside the opening the book here, they give you a flag sheet and a decal. So here's the flag sheet right here. It's made out of paper, guys. And here's a decal here. It has Portland on there. That fits right across the side paddle, the paddle wheels. And inside this brochure right here, they give you, they got all kinds of pictures there. It tells you how to assemble it, everything. They got a lot of literature here. Actually, this thing actually tells you how to build it, because you got all these instructions in here, and tips and clues and everything. And the plans are very beautiful. And plans come in, I think, 4 or 5 sheets, I think they are. This is going to be a 2-part video, guys. I can't squeeze all this in within 20 minutes before bunk. My camera goes a different frame, and I gotta upload 2 videos instead of 1. Okay, guys, in this box, they give you a box of fittings here. And these fittings are beautiful. These screws right here, you got to mark center lines on your decks, and you got to pre-drill your deck, and pre-drill your hull. And you got to screw your deck all the way down into the hull itself, so it's mechanically sealed. And where the screw's at, it's going to be hidden because you got superstructure going around it. You got screws in there. You got all these beautiful looking Britannica fittings on there. Beautiful looking brass. You got all your bits, your binnacle, your helm. And you got eye pins, all Britannica, and also copper. You got your anchor chain. We have all these beautiful looking boats here, fellas. All these beautiful looking boats. And lastly is the ventilation system and the davits and anchors. Steam pipes go up to the twin stacks, which are not tandem like most ships are. It's port to starboard. You got ladders right there. And this is a beautiful kit, and these fittings are probably expensive as hell. It's probably a couple of $100 for the fittings in here, or $630 kit. They give you a lot in this thing. Okay, the fittings will go right there. Alright guys, this whole bag right here, I'm not going to take it out of these bags here because I really haven't toyed with it yet. I just made an inspection, look and see what I get. This thing is huge, guys. This is really big. These are all laser cut. Right here, this is your paddle wheel box. And your paddle wheels consist of photo etch, and we'll go into that. Because I haven't opened it up yet to see what's there, but I will show it to you guys. And You'll be amazed how beautiful this thing is going to be. So this thing is prefabricated. The deck's all, as you can see right here, the deck's all been cut out. Normally a kit like this before the state of art of laser cutting, like I said in the beginning of the video, most the old Bluejacket kits, they give you a bunch of plywood. But you gotta trace off the plan, transport it on the wood here. And that way you can be able to cut out your pieces like I did on my USS board. So they give you something to do, where they give you all the material and they give you a pre-carved hole fittings, build it. This right here is all prefabricated because everything's done for you. They got all the superstructures, everything is all been cut out. You can see the superstructures right there, the wheelhouse, chart house right there. This thing is, a lot of windows cut, a lot of those. All these windows are cut out. We'll set this over here. Another big bag consists of a lot of wood here. I know these blocks here, these are spacers. What you do, these things are spaced. This thing has a 5-tier deck layout, and you have one on the hull. You place one block here, one block there, and lay your deck atop that. And you got another spacer goes on top there, fits the other one. And right here, you got some solid wood right here. This stuff is pine. No, it's basswood. It looks like it's about an inch and 3/4 by 24 inches long. And you got all the deck houses in here and stuff you got to cut out. And a lot of work here. The paint kit and Bluejacket Shipcrafters, what they do, they give you an option. You can buy the paint kit from them, which consists of all the colors, which is marked on the booklet. But what's beautiful about it is that they got the color number, all Model Master colors. Go down to the hobby shop and get your Model Master paints and build your own kit. You might get a little cheaper than 60 bucks. That's what they're asking for. That's steep. And for the pedestal, they're asking for $55 for a big mahogany base and with 2 finials on there, and that's, I get around that. But right here we'll get resuming back on this. Okay, guys, this brass here, they give you another bag, and I imagine these are smokestacks. This brass right here. And they got, looks like a 7/16 inside diameter brass rod right there. That other brass rod, you got 2 brass rods there. You got one right here. This small one right here. This brass rod tubing here. That's going to be the axle for. That's going to be the axle for my for the paddles. Okay, so that's what we got in here. Okay, another baggie. I know what this is. Sailcloth. They gave you sailcloth for your either it's sailcloth or it can be a railing shroud, like you do in the Navy. Aboard ship, when you're standing a bridge watch on the bridge wing or on the Polaris taking bearings, and to keep the cold air from coming through there, they put a shroud right in front of the railings, and to impede the wind from getting on you. So either this is sail material, they make the sails which are furled, reefed and furled, or this could be for the shrouds going around the railings. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm questionable. It's either both ways. So I'll find that out once I get the kit shaken down.